guys, my name is Apostle. Thank you so much, and I appreciate each and one of you guys for being patient with me on this Thursday. As above, so low below. We're talking about Jupiterian energy. We are also talking about the wisdom that Jupiter brings with philosophy. We're also talking about the experiences that Jupiter energy brings to each and every one of our lives, depending on where it is placed in. If you have Sagittarian sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign, or you have that Sagittarian anywhere in your chart, it is about experiences, gaining the wisdom, the nectar. Hey, how you doing? What's up? All right, Apostle, yes. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. My name is Apostle Ely. I'm the pastor and apostle of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. My beliefs are deeply rooted in African tradition. What that means is African ATRs, African tradition. I want y'all to understand that. As you guys are being notified that we're live, we're here to teach you knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I talk to grown people. What's up, Karen O'Brien? If this is your first time in my live, please, sir and ma'am, if you do not mind, post your zodiac sign, where you from, and we can have a dialogue to this. Because at the end of the day, you got to live your life and I got to live mine. And the only way that we're going to have stronger African tradition if we are growing and with basic knowledge that is universal and is applicable to each and every one of us. Hello to Mama Susan, Gemini. We got Sister Brickhouse up in here, Sagittarius. We got Calvina. All right, my Cancer from Florida. Taurus from Kenya. Thank you for being with us. As you guys are being notified, we want to say hello to our Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. I want to say hello and thank you to each and every one of you guys that have been here. Hey, I'm doing pretty good. I got off from work. I work for UPS if you don't know. All right. 27 years in. We got Gemini from North Carolina. Thank you so much. We got Leo, Sun, Pisces, Moon, rising sign, Darcel. All right, now come on through here. As you guys are being notified, if you have not, thank you for your service. All right, appreciate you. We got Capricorn from Georgia. As you guys are coming in, please, sir and ma'am, go to my YouTube account. Subscribe to my YouTube account. It is Apostle Sam Ely Jr. We are less than 30 or 40 people away from being 1,000. So I would appreciate your support on my YouTube account. We got high Scorpio Sun, Cancer Moon, and Capricorn Rise. Okay. We got over 100 people in here. We would like for you. What's up, Ian? We got Triranda Aries. All right. We got Gemini from Washington, D.C. All right. Thank you so much. Now, guys, I want to talk about this. This is so very, very important to each and every one of you. Let me say this once again. My purpose of teaching these lessons is to give, whether you are just starting out in your spiritual journey, Alafia. If you just started out in your spiritual journey, you're intermediate level or advanced. I teach universal laws, whether you're an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, whether you are Christian, whether you're atheist, whether you're Ajay, whether you're a witch, whether you call yourself a Bruja, it is applicable. Because if you are going to work with energy, you need to understand these concepts. They are universal laws, okay? And they apply to each and I don't care if you deal with Ezeli Dontor. I don't care if you deal with Zarabanda. It doesn't matter if you deal with your ancestors. These are energetic laws that apply to each and every one of us. And this is, the purpose is to make sure that you guys are actually gaining enough information that you can be effective, that you're no longer wasting your time, your energy, or your money in these spiritual practices. And let me tell you something. It's just like they say, don't ask for what your country can do for you. Ask for what you can do for your country. You get out what you put in when it comes to these ATRs. If your mentor, your Mambo, your Bokor, or your Ajay, your High Priestess is not telling you that you're not going to get out of these ATRs no more than you put in. It's just like a relationship, okay? So this is why I teach it this way, so you do not waste any more of your time. I'm 49, about to be 50. I ain't got no more time to waste. I got to make every second, minute, and hour count. If this is a Thursday, I got to make it count, okay? If you have not visited my website, sir and ma'am, please do so. I got a lot of good treats over there. And let me tell y'all something. A lot of people are not into this, actually trying to grow and develop. They're looking for an itching ear. And so I want to show you, these are the cards that I read from. 72 names of God. I give a lot of good information, a lot of solid information, a lot of truthful information. Now, I want to talk about this tonight. We're talking about finishing your plate. We're going to talk about it. Finishing your plate. We're going to start at 2 Timothy, the 4th chapter. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. 2 Timothy. And I teach this in a way that no matter where you are in your life, this is going to apply to you, okay? 2 Timothy 4, verse 7. It says, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. Now, Pastor, why are you talking about this when it comes to my spiritual journey? I'm in hoodoo. Why are you talking about this, about my spiritual journey? I practice voodoo. Why are you talking about I practice Congo? It does not matter what you practice. It's just like going to college. You can register and never show up to class. You can actually go to class and never learn. It is a lot of people that are in these ATR that some of you guys just registered. You never showed up to class. You never showed up for the mentorship. You never showed up for the criteria. You never got the books to your class. You never even bought pencil, paper, and things. I've never seen so many people that claim to be trying to grow spiritually that don't got a pen or a pencil. They ain't got a notebook. They ain't got a pad. They ain't got an iPhone. They got nothing to take notes. How are you showing up for class and you trying to learn and you don't got your supplies? Somebody talk to me tonight. We talking about Jupiter is all about wisdom. It's about experiencing. In order for me to be effective, I got to be ready for the information that I'm going to get. What up, son of Ochosi? Come through now. Capricorn. The reason why I say this, y'all, because even if you buying books, you still need a teacher. And nobody shows up and want to be taken seriously and you ain't got your supplies. You can't convince your teacher that you are really there to learn when you ain't even got a pencil or paper. You ain't got a pad. I've never seen so many people that call themselves hoodoo workers and you ain't got a notebook nowhere. You ain't jotted down no notes. Who takes anybody seriously ain't taking notes? I even tell people when they get my consultation, get you a pad, recorder. You're going to need this. You're not going to remember everything. You're not going to do it. Listen, I had a long day, so I'm here for now. Thank you so much for the love, Queen. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Now, the reason why I tell people about my life, if you are not sincere, you're not dedicated, I'm not the preacher, teacher, I'm not the vessel for you. I learned a certain type of way. If you gonna grow spiritually, you got to learn how to finish your plate. If you have been given an assignment in your class, you have been given homework in your class, before you move on, a lot of you guys trying to move to the next level of faith, the next level in your spiritual practice, and you have not finished your plate. You have not finished the assignment that was given to you. I don't care if you practice hoodoo, there's an assignment. If you practice voodoo, there's an assignment. If you practice Ifa, there's an assignment. Everybody that is serious about their practice, no, we are given assignment. Some of them call them assignment destiny. Some of them people call those assignment works. Some of those people call those assignments that there's an agenda, aletheia. Now, I want to talk about this because Paul said, I fought a good fight. I finished my course. A lot of you guys, what's up keeping it real? Let me explain something to you. If you want to be taken seriously, I'm not talking to anybody that is not grown. If you want to go to the next level in what you're doing, you want to peel that onion and get to the raw dog, you have to be a type of individual that when you start something, you finish it. Some of you, follow me. If you are practicing Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, ATR, thank you for the shade. You cannot be a start and stop person. If you want to be taken seriously, you cannot be a person. I wrote it down here. If you're going to start your healing work, sir and ma'am, don't matter if you're practicing Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, finish your plate. If you're going to start, you're working on your money, start it and finish your plate. If you're doing reversal work, start and finish your plate. It is too many of y'all that starting and stop. You did not finish the full course. There were 21 weeks that you were supposed to do that work and you only did 10. How are you going to move on? How are you going to accomplish anything when you are a start and stop person? Oh, come on here through. Listen, this is only for grown people. I know that everybody feels like, oh, you can jump to this thing. And no, you cannot get up from the table that God had prepared for you until you finish your plate. You cannot get up from the table until you have been. The ancestors have provided a certain. I watch people ask the Spirit to help them promote on a job, and then they decide, you know what? I'm tired of going through on that job. I'm going to quit that job and go to the. No, you cannot move to another job because you have asked the ancestors, you have asked the Orishas, you have asked the Loa, you have asked God to bring victory to that situation. How you gonna move to the next man or woman when you ain't finished your plate? Talk to me, y'all. It is. I see this so much. And you want me to take you seriously. You done put all that on the plate, but you ain't finished. I'm talking to you. And let me explain something to you. When I practice, when I do my working, I finish my plate. I want to say hello to my madrina, my padrino. Let me tell y'all something. If I set out to do something, and there's too many things that get in the way, if it don't happen, I'm no longer interested. Because I know when I'm praying and asking God, if this is your will for me to do, and stuff keep happening and things to prevent, then I'm no longer interested, because that's a no to me. You understand? What's up, Fiona? I don't give up. But I also know when I've asked God for something. I want y'all to understand what it means to finish your plate. When you get into something and they tell you it's a 9-week course, you cannot do 8 weeks and then call yourself finished. Huh? If you are pregnant, you have to go through all of your trimesters. You have to go through the process. They gave you a due date. Sometimes you go a little beyond that. Sometimes you come up. But there is a specific time that child needs to be in your body and to be able to fully develop. I need y'all to stop getting on stuff and starting and stop. Finish your plate, sir. Ma'am, finish your plate. Before you get to Crystal, finish your plate. Before you get to dealing with Apollo, finish your plate. Before you get to Voodoo, finish your plate, sir. That's all I'm asking. Some of y'all have not even did the prerequisite courses. You ain't even prepared yourself for the next phase. You're asking for stuff that you ain't even really ready for. Okay? Let's talk about it. Hebrews, the 5th chapter. Chapter 5, 13 through 14. Yes, I'm going to talk about it. Thank you. Somebody put down here, finish your plate. Could we all put that in there? Finish your plate. Listen, before you try to get married, finish your plate. Before you try to get into a relationship with somebody, finish what's on your plate. There's too much on your plate for you to be trying to add anything else. Anything else, sir. Ma'am, you don't have room enough on your plate for nothing else. Some of y'all trying to make things happen when you have not even finished what is you getting up trying to go get something else from the buffet when you still got stuff on your plate? Thank you. Somebody listening to me. Finish your plate. Huh? Don't argue with nobody else. You got to finish the argument you was already in. Why are you over there messing with her or him? You have not even finished the argument, the debate that you are in. Why are you finish your plate? I told y'all this is Jupiterian energy. Okay? Hebrews 5:13. What was the first scripture? It was 2 Timothy 4 and 7. And now we're going to Hebrews 5:13 through 14. Here it goes. For everyone that uses milk is unskillful. When you are a babe in something, nobody cares. You are unskillful. If you just got into voodoo, use a babe. If you just got into Ifa, use a babe. If you just got into Apollo, use a babe. If you just got, unless you are a baby kid like John the Baptist, huh? John the Baptist was in Elizabeth's womb and Jesus was in Mary's womb, and when they got together, they began to leap and the Holy Ghost fell on them. See, maybe you got it if you got it like that, we're not talking to you. But a lot of you guys are getting into these religions and you are unskillful. You have no business trying to tell somebody how to prepare a candle. You a babe. You ain't got no business trying to tell nobody how to do a reversal. Use a babe. You ain't got nobody to tell nobody how to fix an nganga. You are a babe. Finish your plate. Let's get on with it. It says very clearly, unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. You can't even rightly divide the word of truth in these. You don't know if somebody telling you a truth or a lie. You out here arguing with people and you don't have enough information. You're unskillful. See, I'm skillful in what I do. That's why no matter who challenges me, I got a rebuttal to them. I know how to address them because I am skilled. Some of you guys are out here that you want to get out here and you want to talk to people and you're not skilled. You don't have the information. You don't have the experience. You don't have the skill set. You don't have the protection. You ain't got no business out here trying to read nobody because you's a babe. But you can go ahead because y'all know I don't believe in telling nobody what to do, but you're unskillful. It said, verse 14, but the strong meat belongs to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. What's up there from my Gemini from South Africa? Now, there's certain food that don't belong on your plate. Let's talk about it, huh? Let's talk about it, y'all. There's certain food as a babe that does not belong on your plate. Some of y'all looking over there at some full experience tatas, mumbos, ajs, witches. It look good. That steak and potato look good. What is that? Via Parmesan. That look good, huh? That lobster tail look good. Baby, you ain't got the teeth. You got to have certain teeth in life to be able to choose certain things. You got to have a certain amount of dignity. You have to have enough of experience to be able to deal with certain circumstances and not be shaken. Is anybody hearing me real good? There are certain things as a babe there are certain things on your plate. It shouldn't be there. When you find somebody, we watch grown people. Even if you want to give somebody that's maybe they developing pretty good, but they still ain't ready to eat from your plate. Sometimes your tata, your mambo, your elder will take the meat and they'll chew it up for you. They know you don't have the teeth. There are certain situations and circumstances you got to take to your elder because you need them to chew that up for you because you cannot eat it and neither can you digest it the way it is. Are y'all understanding me? Certain experiences in your life, you do not have the teeth for your trials. You do not have the teeth for what you're dealing with. And you need somebody that can break that thing down so you can digest it. Huh? Sometimes you need an apostle to give you the revelation and break it down. You need somebody to step in your situation and give you clarity because you do not have the mental capacity to break it down. You don't have the spiritual experience to break it down. You do not have the gonads to break it down. You do not have the gravitas to break it down. You cannot break down your situation. So you need somebody with insight. Is anybody trying to hear me just a little bit? See, this is the kind of stuff that keep you out of trouble. When somebody puts something on your plate that you can't digest, you say, I respectfully decline. You're not going to choke me. Sometimes I tell people, listen, the knowledge that I have and where I'm too advanced for you. This is going to cause you more problems than it's going to help you. Are y'all hearing me? Sometimes in life, too much is too much. I'm going to say it again. Sometimes in life, too much is too much. Some of you guys think you got the throat power to digest some of this knowledge, some of this wisdom, some of this, and you ain't got it, huh? Do I got any deep throat people out there? You got to have the capacity to deep throat some of this knowledge. It's heavy. It's thick. The Bible says it is for the full age. You have no business, sir and ma'am, trying to digest certain things. Somebody say similar. Come on here. I want y'all to get some real understanding. There are certain things that you need in order to move on and advance. You have to finish your course. It is all this jumping from hoodoo classes to voodoo classes to Palo classes to Ifa classes to, y'all got classes, you got books everywhere and you ain't finished none of it. What is this new thing, this new anointing? A jack of all trades and a master of none. That is not what I'm after. That's not what I teach. That ain't what I preach. And that ain't what I believe in. I believe that the ancestors will serve you what you need to eat And I also believe the ancestors will put on your table and send you to the table that you need to eat from. Are y'all hearing me? See, when you're chasing something, you will mess around and show up at certain tables. It don't mean there's nothing wrong with the table, but you are not qualified to eat nothing from that table. You ain't got enough experience. You ain't got enough exposure. You ain't put enough study time in to be sitting down at certain people's table and eating from their table. Now, it ain't nothing wrong with looking and observing. I remember watching my aunties them play cards. They loved my auntie them play cards. What's up there, Dillard? Jim and I up in here. Now, my aunties them, now they play cards. They play cards for money, and they very good at it, right? I knew not to sit down at that table. I'm gonna tell y'all. See, some of y'all ain't got enough wisdom to save your own ass. You ain't got enough insight to understand. There are certain tables. There's nothing wrong with you watching, observing, and enjoying the festivities. But it is not for you to sit down at that table. That's somebody say not vibrating high enough to sit. Now, let me explain it to you like this. So I'm watching my aunties. Now, I know how they get down. Some of y'all know how certain preachers get down. Some of y'all know how certain mumbos get down. Certain AJs, certain witches, certain people. You know how they get down. It ain't nothing with sitting back, watching them do their thing. But you better not sit down at that table. So I'm watching them play God. But I knew not to sit at that table. Because you're going to get cussed out at that table. You're going to get told off at it. Because if you make them lose, they going off. Some of y'all know you ain't skilled enough to be sitting down at certain tables. I didn't say sit. I did not tell you you can sit and watch and observe and learn from the master. But you ain't got no business sitting down there, grandma, deal you in. Oh, let's talk about it. You finish, you go over there at a table where you can actually learn something. Some of y'all want so much notoriety. You want so much prosperity. You want to be seen. To you done got blinded, and now you sitting down at tables where they finna mop the floor with your ass. I'm just Apostle gonna just tell the truth to you, baby. Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Christianity, AJ, Mystic, Shamanism. You finna get scrubbed the floor. Scrub the floor. You're not advanced enough. You don't think fast enough. You don't even know how to pay attention enough. So everything just going over your head. Anybody ever sat down at a table, then you realize that you were outclassed? Have you ever sat down at a table that you realize that I cannot hang with these people? Some of y'all sit down at that table knowing that you can't even see. You sit down at even the Bible said that when Saul came into the accompaniments of the prophets, that the spirit of the prophets fell down and Saul began to prophesy and the people began to say, has Saul become a prophet? No, he has not. He just done been hanging around the prophets. But let me explain something to y'all. Do not be sitting down at these expert tables and when you are lacking the experience. Oh, I can be in a relationship with him. Oh, I can be in a relationship with her. Let's talk about it. And we're going to also talk about stop putting stuff on your plate to try. You know how you ever been with people that go out and say, oh, let me try that. Huh? Baby, there are certain things that are on the table are just too hot for your taste buds. There are certain things on the table that will choke you out. There are certain things on the table that is too spicy for you. Come on here, somebody. Now you sitting at the table crying and ain't nothing to cry about. Because what you done put in your mouth done set your ass on fire. Come on here, somebody. You can't even go to the bathroom in peace because it's so hot. Come on here, somebody. There are certain places in the spirit realm. There are certain people that practice certain levels in that ATR that you ain't even heard about. And you ain't got no business sitting at that table. You ain't got no business sitting at that table. You ain't qualified. So somebody say, just join in right on time. Let me explain something to you. There are people out here that all they do is going around and samplers. Huh? They ain't fit. They go to people restaurants. You know how you had a place where you go eat and they be giving you samplers. You ain't fit to buy none of them people's stuff. But you gonna sit there and keep walking by that Asian lady trying to get her to give you some free food. Just sampling people to death. Trying to make a meal out of the sampler. They there just to try. They ain't there to buy nothing. They're not there to invest. They're not there to commit. They're there just to try. Baby, let me explain something. Some things you mess around and try that will cause you to have issues in your life for the rest of your life. For he that enter into his rest, he also have ceased from his own works. As. Come on here. Now, let me explain something why this is important, y'all. You cannot determine what goes on your plate. It is for your ancestors. They know what you can eat, they know what you can digest, and they know the tables that you're supposed to be sitting at. It is, I'm going to say this again because I ain't trying to discourage nobody from looking and observing other people's table, because it's a beautiful thing. To watch somebody work their gift, their talent that has made room for them and brought them before great and mighty men, it's a beautiful thing. But sweetheart, eat and finish your plate. Do not, sir and ma'am, slide your ass to my table and you do not qualify. Because I'm not going to tell you to get up. These trials and tribulations going to make you get up from that table. See, a lot of y'all going through things in your life, and it's because you done sat down at the wrong table. You have sat down at an advanced table. You have registered to a class that's above your educational ability. Your mental capacity to comprehend trigonometry, when you sat down in the class and begin to hear the teacher teach, you should have known right then, this is not the class for me. Now, go ahead and keep my money, baby, or I'm going to withdraw from this class, because I realize, based off of the criteria that is being taught in this class, I am mentally challenged. I'm going to struggle from the time the class starts to the time it ends. I'm going to struggle from the first test. You done flunk every test in the class. Why are you still there? Don't go out and talk about the class because you cannot keep up with what's being taught. It ain't nothing wrong with the class. It is above your mental capacity. There are certain situations and circumstances, ma'am. You're sitting down at that man's table. You do not have the emotional and mental capacity to deal with that man going to be serving. We want to talk about it. Man, what are you, sir? What that woman got to serve at her table, you have no business. She too much woman for you. What she served is going to destroy your life. Your stomach cannot hold how she serves. Huh? That woman got a Serena anointing. Are you hearing me? Huh? You want her to slow down. That's what she served at her table. Everything spicy. Where's my Capricorn, my Sagittarius, my Scorpio, T. Carter? She like it all hot. Everything is a fireball coming out of her plate. Everything hot. Even what she claim to be cool and mild, it still be spicy. That's the way she. Listen, people not going to change their way of life because you can't sit at the table and you cannot suck from their table. Ain't nobody fit to change how they serve to make you feel better about where you at in life. They ain't finna do it. Somebody said, Lord Jesus, help us. Aries, what's up, Aries? Is anybody trying to hear me a little bit? Baby, there are certain people that what they practice and what they're into in these ATRs is beyond what you are willing to do, beyond what you're willing to spend, beyond what you're willing to commit to. And you need to get up from that table and say, I respectfully decline. I'm going to sit and I'm going to watch y'all handle that table. Huh? That's all I'm saying. You grown, you should know at some point, wait a minute, this course right here, not only I'm not going to finish this course, I'm not going to flunk out. I'm not going to get this elective class. Some of y'all had the nerve to register. Listen, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, all these ATRs got different levels and stages, right? Some of y'all had the nerve, the brotherly, the audacity, the gall, the balls to sign up for elective classes. You had the nerve to sign up for level 4 classes when you know you are a level 2 student. Oh, come on here, somebody. I love you. You remind me so much of my uncle, Theo. He passed away. All right. Huh? What are you doing in these gifted classes, sir? What are you doing in these gifted classes, ma'am? Huh? Why did you register? Why are you trying to hinder the class, the students that belong there, and the teacher that is teaching that curriculum? And you, with your slow thinking, oh my God. Everybody sitting in that class, every class that they done been in, they done had straight A's. You done had C's, D's, F's, R's, K's, and M's. And what you doing in that class? Why are you there? Why are you sitting at them people's table? Now all y'all up into B's. All y'all think y'all this. No, your dumb ass should be in the class where you need to be, in a course where you can learn. Let me explain something to you. I learned this from my cousin. He used to have all SLD classes. And what he said was so profound to me. He had SLD classes. And he said it was so profound. Because normally most of us feel like because somebody's slow, that means they ain't smart. You can be slow and still smart. You just can't. And he said, it's not that I don't catch on. He said, I don't catch on as fast. He pointed to me. I might not catch on as fast as he catch on, but I still catch on. You understand? They say better late than never. See, some of y'all slow. It don't mean you ain't smart, but you take time. So don't slow our class down because you slow to catch on. What you need to do is get in that class where they moving at about 40 miles an hour. You ain't got no business in the class where we doing about 70, 80, and 90, and some days 100. You ain't got no business in that class. Because none of us want the teacher to slow down. None of us want the students to slow down. We take our test fast. This is what we do, and that's we learn, and it's okay. It doesn't mean that you, sir or ma'am, cannot learn. But you need to sit at the table where your ancestors already know. Your ancestors on level 2, they know you on level 2, and they trying to figure out why you got them at that level 4 class. They blocking you. They doing all kind of stuff. Listen, this is not the elite for you. You are more advanced. Let me explain something to y'all too. If you get in a class where they're not challenging your mental abilities, you can actually bore yourself to death because you are too advanced for the teacher. You are too advanced for the class that you signed up for. That is also possible. I need you to understand something. This is why you need to get ancestral reading, because your spirits will put you where you need to be and with the type of people that can actually teach you. Because you cannot learn from somebody that you are more than advanced in. And that is also possible. You can actually be in somebody's table, in somebody's class, somebody elite that you are more advanced than the teacher that is teaching. And you can't grow. Because you can't grow because you can't learn. And you can't learn because they have nothing to teach you. Talk to me. Talk to me. Paul said, I'm ready. I finished my course. I want you to grow. Thou art a priest after the Melchizedek. Yes, I understand that. Y'all understand? If you want to learn spell work, if you want to learn hoodoo work, I ain't got no problem with that. But there's levels to that, and there's certain places that some of y'all do not need to be doing. And some of y'all, listen, y'all just like you dropped out of school, you dropped out of spiritual school too. I want to talk to you, drop out. Finish your play. Don't listen. I know you feel some type of way sitting down as a grown person in your 40s in the 11th grade. I understand. It's challenging, but listen, I'm going to say this again. You in your 40s, and now in order for you to move forward in your life, you got to go back to school, and now you got to sit down in the 11th grade with all these students that they where they supposed to be. The teacher is teaching 11th grade. It ain't nobody's fault that you dropped out in life. There's nobody's fault that you dropped out in what you're supposed to be. You did not complete your task, and now you are behind. But in order to move forward in your life, you still need the curriculum for the 11th grade. You still need that. You can't go to 12th grade because they tested you, and you need to go and finish 11th grade. It's trials and tribulation told us that you need to be in 11th grade. Now you're 40 years old. Now you want to start something with the 11th graders. Ma'am and sir, that's not what we're doing. You're not there to get into it with the 11th grader. They are where they're supposed to be. The teacher that is teaching that class is not disrespecting you because she's treating you like an 11th grader. You want respect as a 40-year-old sitting in 11th grade. Sir and ma'am, we ain't here to do that. Huh? You better sit here and get what you need so you can get to the 12th grade before you turn 43. Now, it's sad that you sitting in there, now got into it with them 11th graders. Now you end up staying back at 41 in the 11th grade. Gone. Now, what is you going to do? Let's talk about it, y'all. Because I'm here for it. I'm here for the growth. And you cannot move forward and grow until you learn how to finish your plate. You got to make sure, you know what? I ain't ready for that. Let me do some prerequisite courses over here before I go out here and mess up not only my time, my money, and my energy and wasting these people's time. Am I ready to commit and finish what I started? What I put on my plate, I need to finish. If you ain't going to eat it, you ain't got no business to put it on the, Don't put it on there. We burning incense. We doing reading. We doing all of that. But at the end of the day, sir, man, if you're not going to finish your plate, if you're not going to allow the ancestors to put what you need on the plate. Oh, no, I'm tired of milk. No, you not. You still unskillful. You've been in hoodoo for 20 years and you still unskillful. Somebody said, where do you begin? The first thing I teach people is understanding your astrology. That's why I do consultation. I don't know why everything start and end with you. I don't care what you practice. I don't care what ATR you get in. Nothing moves forward without you. If you don't understand your energy, your vibration, and your frequency, you don't understand your ancestors, you have no business moving forward. You understand? Yes. I need you to understand that, because at the end of the day, let me tell y'all something. Some people are ready to move on. And sometimes in life, you cannot stop somebody else from advancing because somebody else ain't catching on. You understand? See, a lot of y'all got to understand something. When you have your tatas and your mambos, and we are teachers, we elders, right? We have to teach all type of people. A lot of y'all be only concerned about you. When you're dealing with people that are elders, they have to be able to teach all types of people on different levels, going through different things. You understand? That's why we call it universal law. We have to have a word that is going to reach and touch all types of people in different aspects. Everybody ain't ghetto. Everybody ain't sophisticated. Everybody ain't, but there's a word of simplicity that can be taught that everybody can get something out of it. But a lot of y'all don't realize we have a responsibility. I can't move forward and leave all these other people behind just because you're ready to go to the next grade. I can advance you and still teach them. I can promote you and still teach them. There are people that have been in my church over 20 years. I've never put them in position. I had people come in my church and they've been in my church less than a couple of months and I put them in position. I know how to advance who need to be advanced, and I know how to keep back or retain who need to be retained. Because you're not going to shame me. My name is Apostle Samuel Jr. I don't know who taught. You not for to shame me. I ain't promoting your ass nowhere. You're not getting nothing from me. Because until you show me that you can, you are skillful in what you're doing, you're not going to go out there to my Apostle Ely sanction you. No, ma'am, no, sir. I don't want it like that. You're not for to shame me. You're not for to shame me. Huh? That's what's wrong with a lot of these elays and these ministries and these covenants. People don't have structure. And then they go out here because they got a gift or they got a talent and they really don't have structure, and then they have not learned how to finish their plate. And so therefore they teach you to put stuff on your plate and don't finish your plate. And now you got all these people out here wasting people time, money, and energy because they don't know how to finish their plate. In the story. That's why we can't see the power that's really in these religions. That's why we can't see. That's why so much disrespect. Because you got disrespectful as people teaching disrespectful children. And so therefore disrespectful teachers got different disrespectful students. And therefore we got a different disrespectful school. Very simple. What's up there, Christina L. Turner? If you want to learn from me, Pastor Ely teach me, I want to. No, you don't want to learn from me, baby. Because you don't know how to finish your plate. And at my house, you don't get up from the table. Because you're not going to waste my word. You know understand? See, the word that I teach does not have an expiration date. See, when God's wisdom is being given to you as knowledge and understanding, there's no expiration date. The same thing they told us when I was young. If you make your bed hard, You go the one got to sleep in it. Don't count your bitters before they have. See, that wisdom does not have an expiration date on it. It's still applicable to this day. I'm almost 50 years old. Some of y'all feel like what you being taught is going to expire. So you don't need it no more. So some of y'all have the nerve to be throwing stuff away. Y'all don't understand. Anybody ever threw some food away and got hungry later on? See, some of y'all throwing away certain things you ain't got no business because you going to need that. Certain wisdom you letting go in one ear out the other. Baby, you ain't heard me because you going to need that. You going to get hungry one day. One day you going to get thirsty. One day you going to get thirsty. Yes, sir. One day you're going to get thirsty and you going to need that same word that you ignored. You're going to need that same knowledge that you ignored. You're going to need that same wisdom that you ignored. And then that's when the teacher gets ready to laugh. Because you thought it was what I was saying. Because some of y'all think it's about, see, the purpose of being a vessel is that we realize that the ancestors, the Rishas, the Loa, the Nkisi, they're utilizing us. They're giving us the word and we're giving it to you. Okay? You done got so childish and petty that you think it's about what Apostle Ely is saying. So I'm not going to listen to him. It's not me speaking, baby. I'm not going to listen to her. It's not her speaking, baby. Because if you were really spiritual, you would realize that it's the spirit that is giving them the word. That is your ancestors speaking through them. That is the spirit that you don't want to listen to. That is them trying to use somebody else that will hear them and give you the word. Because you won't listen. And then the lessons had to be exactly. And let me tell y'all something. You ain't hurting me that you have made a 3-day journey into 40 years. I want y'all to understand that. I don't care if you're an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, shamanism, witchcraft, hoodoo, conjure, call it what you will. That's why you have spent most of your life with a 3-day lesson and you done turned it into 40 years. That don't make you smart, baby. Just because you done been in Spanish 14 times, that same Spanish class, that don't make you smart. Just because you know who the teacher is, you done had every teacher in that college in Spanish. You done been in college just that long and you still ain't passed the course. Some of y'all listen to people that have been retained in their classes and you think they smart. They just done been there 14 times. They not smart. They just done heard it over and over and over. They done seen that side of the mountain over and over. They done been from one relationship to the next. You like, oh girl, you know about men. No, she just done had a bunch of men. She ain't never had a successful relationship. He just done had a bunch of women. Ain't never had a successful relationship. Oh, I don't care if you gay, straight or bi. You done had a whole lot of weenies, but you ain't never made love. You done had a whole lot of thigh pie, but you ain't never had nobody to really orgasm. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Do not be impressed by people that keep repeating the same trial. They ain't smart, baby. They just done been there a long time. They done seen it all. They still ain't mastered nothing. Now, Madame Oshun said she flatlined. She done. She flatlined. It's just the truth, baby. Some of y'all around here just impressed. Oh my God, she just knows so much. Oh my God. Baby. Go check the itinerary. Go talk to the guidance counselor. They will tell you they done registered that class 14 times. Some of y'all out there doctors, but you done took that test 43 times. I don't want you operating on me. Did you hear me? They done took that test 43 times. And they finally looked up and passed it. And now you letting them operate on you. You impressed because they got their tata, a mumbo. I know a lady, she got, I think, at least 17. If I'm not mistaken, I could be lying because I lost count. I think she got about 14 or 17. I don't know which one. PH degrees. And people sitting up under them because they don't even have the mental capacity to understand. You can't even live long enough to get that many PH degrees. Why would you let? Because you don't have, you a babe. But us that are experienced, we know that is a bunch of BS. Huh? The anointing on my life destroys yokes. Whether I'm in hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo. The anointing on my life makes a way out of no way. I want you to understand, in my message tonight is finish your plate. Wherever you are, whatever your ancestors, whatever your spirits have served up for you, whatever table that they have set you at, you ain't got no business getting up from that table. in my house, you are not getting up from that table until you finish your plate. Huh? Y'all hear me? You're not going to come into my bedroom of life and thank you for the get up. No, we going to finish what we started. Huh? It's too many of y'all like to go in. You like to try this and see what it like. No. If you ain't serious, if you're not committed, you're not dedicated, you ain't got no business sitting at certain people's table. End of story, sir. End of story, man. If you're not willing to invest the time, money, or energy, what you here for? What you here for? I asked some of you guys to subscribe to my YouTube. I asked some of you guys, listen, at the end of the day, I'm still going to get to what God got for me, but it says a whole lot about for the spiritual community. It says a whole lot about how serious you are. It says some of y'all think like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. No. Sit down at the table. What's up there, Madam May? And let me tell y'all something. All of you that don't value who you are, because I'm going to let the Spirit lead me. All of you that don't value who you are, because you do not mind casting your pearl to the swine. It's Apostle Sam Ely Jr. That's my YouTube channel. Or you can click out and go to my bio and click that icon for YouTube. It'll take you right to my page. Some of you guys claim to be spiritualists, but you lack self-esteem. You lack your personal value, right? Don't mean that you ain't got the gift or the talent. But you do not mind casting your pearls to swine. What do I mean? You will sit there and serve people that gonna mess over your food. You're gonna serve people that show you they're not gonna eat what you serving. I'm not gonna do it. You're not hungry, you're not gonna mess over my food. You ain't thirsty, you're not gonna mess over my wine. My wine is my spirit. Huh? My food is my knowledge, my wisdom, and my understanding. Baby, I don't have to tell you a damn. You grown. I need y'all to understand Apostle Ely and be very clear. I understand at the end of the day, you are grown and you are individual and you ain't got to do nothing. And also, I am grown and I ain't got to do nothing. And I don't have to share what I have with you because I already got it. My mama told me when I went to school, she said that I don't want to hear nothing about that teacher because that teacher got days. She didn't say theirs. She said days. She said that teacher got there and you got to get yours. Some of y'all sitting down at the table and you think somebody going to force you to eat. Ain't no, baby, if you want to be hungry and go to bed hungry, that's your business. If you want to go to bed thirsty, sir, ma'am, that's your business. You need what you need, and if it don't mean that to you, you ain't got to eat. But if you want what you want and you got to have what you got to have, then you're going to do what you got to do. No, I don't call it. Oh, yeah. No problem. I don't have that kind of temperament. Let me explain something, y'all. When it comes to my spirituality is everything. Some of y'all think that spirituality is about making you rich, getting you some dick and nuts, getting you some thigh pie, getting you killing, destroying your enemies. Your spirituality is your existence, your vibration, your frequency, how you evolve, how you advance. When I'm serving, I am serving to people that are trying to grow and advance who they are. I am not serving people that are trying to mimic who Apostle Ely is. I'm not serving people that think that they can learn certain things from me and then go out and outdo me with being me. Baby, you can't do that. You can't do that from me. You cannot copy me because you do not have my plate. Huh? You cannot come because you don't eat manna from heaven. Huh? Understand, the way God feeds me, the way that ancestors feed me, you don't have that kind of food. You don't have that kind of rhema. You don't have that kind of knowledge. So therefore, you got to sit there and wait on my leftovers. Huh? You got to figure out what I don't want to eat on my plate. And then ask me for what's on my table. Ask me, do I want to finish my plate? But what you don't do is come and put your hand in my plate and then turn around and tell somebody you prepared that meal. The devil is a liar. Everybody knows where the originator come from. Let me explain something. If you want to learn from Apostle Ely, I will teach you how to be authentically yourself till everybody knows your stuff when they hear it. Huh? Huh? When them people, and that woman told Peter, she said, you sound just like Jesus. You sound just like your master. People are going to know where you get that from because you sound like the originator. I know where you eat from because you sound just like her. Oh, they not working me up, baby. I'm a side. Listen, understand. I told you, understand who you're talking to. I'm a fire sign. It's called passion. That's what that is. That's passion. My gift is third. I'm a Sagittarius, fire. My moon is in Aries, fire. And my rising sign is a Pisces. Very intuitive, baby. Very intuitive. You understand? See, if you want to cash out me tonight, you want to bless me, you want to support Apostle Eda, please do, sir and ma'am. But one thing I ain't finna do, God, listen, I got to finish my plate. But don't be sitting here chewing off my plate. Like I tell people, I give some of the stuff that I use. I tell Minister Mario, I said, listen here, this is really strong. He's like, I want that. I said, listen here, I prepared this for me. Now, you go over there fooling with this, you already know how strong this is. I'm not responsible about that. Because I explained, I was talking to Kingmaker today. I said, listen, no, what's that yesterday? Can't remember. I was telling her, I said, I'm going to send you something for you to use. I said, but I utilize it myself, so it's gonna be really strong. She said, wait a minute. See, when you're eating from mama or daddy's mouth, are y'all understanding? When the eagle has went out on, when we're feeding you from your mouth, we're feeding you the stuff that we eat. There's a difference between you going hunting for what you eat. There's a difference when mama and daddy or your elders or your godmama, your godfather done brought back what they eat. And now you want to taste of some of what they eat. It's on a whole nother level. Huh? The way you conjure and the way I conjure is different. The way you work Psalm 59, 54, 55, and 109 is very, very different the way I work it. Because my plate. All right. Sir and ma'am, you want me to do a reading for you tonight? Madam, I think we're going to do our consultation tomorrow. I don't know if you got the message yet, but I think we're going to do it 11 through 12, if you're available. So check your email. Let me tell you something. My lives are for grown people. My lives are for real hoodoo workers. My lives are for people that really practice voodoo. My lives are for people that really practice conjuring. Oh, okay. My lives are for people that really practice Palo. I'm like all you out here that's just going around sampling from people's table. My lives ain't for you. It's for people that really want to know how to work their energy, their ashe, with their ancestors, with their destiny, with their path. All this other stuff, I'm not interested in that, baby. It means nothing to me. You want to be strong? If you want to strong, I can help you perfect your prophetic gift if that's what you in the church. You want to know how to prophesy and none of your words fall to the ground? I can teach you that. If you want to learn how to do hoodoo work, I can teach you that. If you want to learn how to do voodoo, I can teach you. Huh? Do you want to know how to do pop? I can teach you. I have the ancestors for it. Only thing I'm going through is getting a license. So if I see what you're saying, what you trying to say, I ain't trying to say a damn thing. I am saying that before I ever got a driving license, I was already driving. I was born to do what I'm doing. I'm just going through the procedure. But I have the goods. Because can't no ATR give you anything. You have to be born with that. They teach you. Initiation is just like you registering for a class. They give you the books, but you still got to pass the class. Whether the teacher's good or not. Teacup and salsa for me. That's a good one. Come on here, somebody. If you are trying to grow and develop and you want to learn, you cannot sit down at somebody's table and tell them how to serve you. If you don't like the way I serve, you need to find you a table where you like to serve them. Thank you so much for the fire. I like that fire sign. Huh? Because all you're going to do is sit down at my table and try to tell me what to do, and then I'm going to clown you in front of the rest of the students. Huh? Because I am a Sagittarian. Because I know how to clown. I'm going to clown, have everybody in the class and everybody on live and everybody in social media laughing and kikiing at you. Because you come in here with that stupid mess, I'm going to clown you. Huh? You put on that dunce hat and I'm going to take you for a ride of your life. And you're never going to like me. If you're going to learn, come here to learn. But you're going to come in here and try to cause some problem, you're going to leave here with some problem. Where do I sign up? Sagittarius gonna eat you up. I'm trying to tell you. You don't like. I am the worst person to get into a match with. I was told not to do candles, so what can I do? Who told you not to do candles? Candles is the most simple simplest way of doing magic. Somebody said, I'm here to learn. I got me some top viewers up in here. Scorpio from Georgia. Now let me explain something. I'll give you an example. What I mean by finish your plate. Okay? Now, when I was doing healing work, I don't, okay, I'm gonna give you another example. I have doing some court work and somebody actually went to jail, right? So they wanted me to help them in the situation. I don't stop working even if the person get out until they spirit tell me that it's time to stop that work. You have to learn as a spiritualist, when you start initiating a work, you have to work until a completion of that work, even when things get better. A lot of you guys, just like your medicine, you take medicine based on how you feel instead of taking the medicine based off of the result of getting rid of the bacteria, the virus, or whatever. When you are doing spiritual work, you have to do the work until the enemy has been defeated and destroyed. Not because they start going through. That don't mean nothing to me just because you're going through. I'm looking to see my desire upon my enemies. That which I have requested of the spirit, I'm looking for that. 3 readers and my mom before she passed. Why would candles open a doorway? Any of the elements. Water opens a doorway. Earth is a doorway. Air is a doorway. In order to manifest, you have to work with certain elements. There's no spirit that, I don't care how high the spirit is, they all have to work through some form of element. Maybe you don't need to fix your own candles, because I got them on my website and I'll burn them for you. I hope you guys are hitting that like button. Incense. And let me explain something. Candles give energy to your work. Incense creates the atmosphere. You understand? We use dirt and earth element to build, to plant. That's why we use that. Water, we create connections. They're portals. But you got to know what you want before you get started. But at the end of the day, what are you trying to practice? Are you trying to practice hoodoo? We all, in every ATR, we burn candles. Sometimes we burn lamps. I have to set up an altar. Do you have any of that on your shop? An altar, I have a lot of stuff on my website that you can utilize on your altar. An altar is a meeting place. I don't want y'all ever forget that. It is a meeting place of said spirit. Now, whether that's an ancestor altar, whether that's an altar to your Orisha. Who do my mom practice her whole life? Okay, now, this ain't me being funny. Now, I want you to be real. Just because somebody cook don't make them a chef, right? A lot of you guys have watched if was she strong in hoodoo? Was she getting results? Or was she going to somebody in hoodoo and she was utilizing their products? Y'all, some of y'all keep talking about y'all mamas and grandmas and stuff. Was she a worker as an individual? Was she strong in hoodoo? Was she strong in voodoo? Or was she going to a voodoo practitioner or going to somebody that practiced palo? Because a lot of y'all keep talking about y'all ancestors and they went to people. I practiced. She was strong. Now, what type of work did she do? Was she strong in healing work? Did she help people get out of jail? Did she use hoodoo to curse people? Did she use hoodoo to bring money? Because everybody ain't strong in every department now. And sometimes people tell you not to practice a certain ATR because of all the stuff that come along with it. Because sometimes it's not that they don't. When people, it's like my kids always tell me that they don't want to be nobody preacher and pastor because they watched what I went through as a pastor. It doesn't mean that that's not on their life. But you can get jaded and then you'll start telling your kids, same thing a woman would do that she had bad relationship. Oh, don't get married. But she still got, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand, sometimes people out of what they done been through in it, they may not want it for you, but it still may be on your life. So they can actually, being honest, they'll lie to you to keep you from practicing. It still may be in your life. Honestly, my mom family was full of secrets, so I wouldn't even know. And even Everything you said was 100. Let me say this. It doesn't matter what I'm gonna say this. It doesn't matter how secretive your family is. When you do ancestor reading or do misas or you do certain conjuring, your ancestors will tell. Because they have to, in order for you to practice, your ancestors have to show up and they have to support you. So and not only sometimes family is full of secrets, sometimes family full of a bunch of lies too. Because a lot of people that practice the ATIs, a lot of them are a bunch of liars. Just being honest with you. Because there's certain secret they can't tell, and instead of just telling people they ain't gonna tell, they'll lie to them. If you want to read, and all you gotta do is, wait a minute. If you want to Cash App, if you want to support me and you want to just send a donation, do it's $ Apostle Ely. You want me to burn incense for you? I have Peace Incense, Guardian Angel, High John the Conqueror, Oil of Gladness, Triple Threat, Protection, Love, Healing, Better Business, Money Incense, Blockbuster, Ancestor, and Reversal. Or if you want, where's my? I told y'all I got spoted in that. This is my Zelle. If you want to just Zelle and bless the man of God, scan that and bless Apostle Ely. I ain't gonna stop nobody if I want to bless me. All you have to do is cash out $20. If you want to send more than that, please, sir and ma'am, do so. But when I get ready to do my students, I'm just giving y'all an example. I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna drill you. I'm a drill sergeant. Ask anybody that learned under me. I'm going to ask you what you learned. What does that? Where's that apply? I'm going to drill you. You're going to get sick of me. I'm going to ask you the same question 15,000 different ways. And you better give me 50,000 different answers with that same question. Pin it, please. Oh, okay. I know what you're saying. I'm about to let Minister Mario do that because I ain't that fantastic with this technology. All right? And let me explain something to you. I can be very offensive to people because if you're not used to somebody challenging you, if you're not used to somebody, you might not want to get in hoodoo. You may just want to be a Christian, but you want to have more effective prayers. I can teach you that. If you just what I ain't gonna do, I'm gonna tell you straight up. What I don't do, I do not take money for innocent blood. I do not help you take somebody's husband or wife. I believe that if you want to be in a relationship, gay, straight, or bi, that you should have something to offer the person. And I believe in enhancing your love. If you I teach a lot of stuff about love, but what I don't believe in is thinking that you're gonna just make somebody do for you and you ain't got to do nothing. I don't believe in that. And I ain't going to do that. I didn't do it in my relationship, and I ain't going to do it for nobody. But in pretty much anything, I do a lot of stuff. But I don't do it for free. I ain't going to do that. She said, next week I got you. Oh, thank you, I need. Right. Get that stone. I don't know how much about my ancestor or their practice. Let me explain something. The purpose, this is why I get upset with spiritual people, because if we are authentic, then you're going to get what you need, because depending on your bloodline, because even if say for instance, if I practice voodoo and I do your reading, because if you can read, no matter what your ATR is. But if you read that person, you see like, you know what, they got spirits in hoodoo, or they got spirits in Congo, or they got spirits in that. They should guide you to where, if they can't do it for you, they should guide you into that direction. It is just too many people out here that don't want to work. Just like preachers don't want to work and they get a church so they don't have to go get a job. Same thing with these people in these ATRs. Because at the end of the day, we're business people. You got to understand, when it comes down there, you cannot take a course in nobody's ATR and make you into anything. It must be already in your spiritual makeup, your spiritual framework. We can help you tap into it, contact those spirits, and then you apply to do the work, and through our experiences, guide you and protect you until you get to a place just like you got your training wheels on. And when we see that you're ready to move forward, then we can take them training wheels off and teach you some deeper and some more effective working. End of story. My madrina or my padrino do not do my work. I do my own work. I need you to teach me, give me insight, but you don't do my work. I get up under that weight and I build up my own body. All right? Since nobody needed to get a reading. Come on here. Somebody say I'm ready for it. So what we're going to do tonight, thank you for all you that sent out love offerings, Cash App, support. I appreciate it. I learned that your personality creates your personal reality, and that's why it's called, yep. That's true. And let me tell you something there. Your personality can make it easier for you in life, and it can also make it harder for you in life. All right, guys. My name is Apostle Ely. Thank you so very much. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I'm excited about what God is doing in my life. But what I tell you guys, it is an opportunity for y'all to finish your plate. My readings are $20. Cash App $20. But you got to do that. It's too late now. But you can be a blessing. You're quite welcome. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And good night. Don't forget, join my YouTube account. Please, sir and ma'am. And comment up under my video. This video will be uploaded immediately after I get off on my YouTube account. God bless. All right, Mama Susan. Christina L. Turner, Kingmaker, Dillers, Calvina, Mama Susan, T. Carter, Dillard. Boy, y'all were chiming in. Fiona. Ian is there. Sister Tree. My Aries. Karen. Gemini. Sister Brickhouse. Oh. All right. Okay, guys. Good night.